Hey guys, I hope you're all staying safe at home with your families and enjoying that little bit of extra time at home. Today we're going to be talking about rhyme schemes. We're covering rhyme schemes because our next couple of lessons are going to be over quatrains. Quatrains are 4-line stanzas or whole poems that have very specific rhyming patterns. Rhyming patterns and rhyme schemes are interchangeable, they're the same thing, so that's why we're covering them so that you'll be able to master the quatrain. So to start off, we're just going to talk about rhyming. Rhyming words are words that sound the same at the end of the word, such as cat and hat, jumping and bumping. Speaking of jumping and bumping, all right, when a poem has rhyming words at the end of lines, they are called end rhymes. For example, this poem up here has an end rhyme. My cat is nice, my cat likes mice. Nice and mice are at the end of the poem or end of the lines, and they rhyme together, so they are end rhymes. Okay, there are 3 rhyme schemes that we will be covering. They are AABB, ABAB, and ABCB. Look how somebody's still in the star spotlight of their show here. All right, so what is exactly a rhyme scheme? A rhyme scheme is a way of describing the pattern of end rhymes in a poem. Each new sound at the end of a line is given a letter starting with A, then B, and so on. If an end sound repeats the end sound of an earlier line, it gets the same letter as the earlier line. Okay, so here's an example of the rhyme scheme AABB. My cat is nice. My cat likes mice. My cat is fat. I like my cat. So we have nice and mice rhyming together. We have fat and cat rhyming together. So they are labeled the same letter, and that would be our rhyme scheme, AABB. You always label the first letter or the first line A, the first end rhyme sound would be A. And then each additional end sound that is new, you label it a new letter. Then here is an example of rhyme scheme ABAB. My cat is nice. My cat is fat. My cat likes mice. I like my cat. So I just wanted to use very simple poems to get across the rhyme scheme, rhyming pattern idea. Again, we have the same ending rhymes, nice, fat, mice, cat, in a different order. So nice and mice still rhyme together. Fat and cat still rhyme together, so they get the same labels at the end for their rhyme scheme. Nice, we label A because it's the first, sorry, it's the first line, so it gets labeled with A, and then any rhyme that goes along with it would also be labeled A. So that's why the third line, mice, is labeled A. Then we have fat and cat labeled B. For the rhyme scheme, A, B, A, B. Here we go with A, B, C, B. My cat is gray. My cat is fat. My cat is cute. I like my cat. So we changed up our poem a little bit this time. My cat is gray. It's the first line of the poem, so we'll just label that with letter A. My cat is fat. So we have fat, and we can see and hear that it does not rhyme with gray. So we will label it with a new end letter B. My cat is cute. Again, we can hear that cute does not rhyme with gray or fat, so it gets another new letter C. I like my cat. I'm going to go back one more time and say, does it rhyme with gray? No. Does it rhyme with fat? Yes. So it gets the same label as fat, which is B. So here's our rhyme scheme of ABCB. All right, here are some examples we're going to go over together. I didn't label these ones. I wanted to see if you guys could think of them, and then I will give you the answer. The Sneetches by Dr. Seuss. Now the star-belly Sneetches had bellies with stars. The plain-belly Sneetches had none upon bars. Those stars weren't so big, they were really so small. You might think such a thing wouldn't matter at all. So our end rhymes are stars, bars, small, and all. You ask yourself which ones rhyme together, and remind yourself also that we always label the first line A. So we have the rhyme sounds for stars is labeled A. On the second line, bars, ask yourself, does it rhyme with any previous lines? Stars and bars do rhyme together, so our first two lines are labeled A, A. On our third line, small, ask yourself if small rhymes with any other previous lines. So far we have stars, bars, and small, and we can say no, it does not rhyme, so we give it a new letter. So we have AAB. Then our final line is all. You ask yourself, does it rhyme with any other previous lines? Stars, bars, small. Well, we can hear that small and all rhyme together, so they would get the same label. So your overall rhyme scheme is A, B, B. All right, let's try this one out. This is from another Dr. Seuss poem. Then I was deep within the woods, when suddenly I spied them. I saw a pair of pale green pants with nobody inside them. We have the end rhymes, woods, them, pants, them. So again, we're just going to go ahead and label the first line with A. Then the second line, them. Woods, them. Those don't rhyme, so we would give it letter B. Pants is our third line. Pants is our third line. Does pants rhyme with woods or them? No, it doesn't, so it gets another new letter C, with nobody inside them. Well, them from the second line and them from the fourth line are the same word, so they do rhyme and they do get the same label. They would both get the letter B. So our rhyme scheme this time is AB, AB. And our final one we're going to talk about together. Butterflies are God's glorious gift, truly a beauty to behold. With wondrous, colorful wings they drift, wings of bright red, yellow, and gold. So again, label that first line A, and we want to see what else rhymes with what. So we have behold and gift. Those do not rhyme. So we need to give a new letter to behold. So we have A, B. Our third line ends with drift. And ask yourself, does that rhyme with any other previous lines? We have drift, gift, behold. So yes, drift and gift do rhyme, so they would both be labeled A. Final line is gold. Does gold rhyme with any previous lines? Gift, behold, drift. Yes, you should hear that gold rhymes with behold, so it would get the same letter of the rhyme scheme. So our final rhyme scheme for this one would be A, B, A, B. All right, we're ready to move on to the exit ticket. This is on Google Classroom for you. You will just answer the Google Forms. It's really short and quick. I'm going to go ahead and read the poems to you. Exercise. Read the following poems by Ken Nesbitt. For each poem, identify the rhyme scheme and write it below the poem. We're not actually writing it down, we're answering the multiple choice on Google Forms. Mr. Brown, the circus clown. Mr. Brown, the circus clown, puts his clothes on upside down. He wears his hat upon his toes, and socks and shoes upon his nose. All my great excuses. I started on my homework, but my pen ran out of ink. My hamster ate my homework. My computer's on the blink. My penmanship is pretty bad. My penmanship is pretty bad. My printing's painfully awful. In truth, my writing looks so sad. It ought to be unlawful. Today I had a rotten day. Today I had a rotten day. As I was coming in from play, I accidentally stubbed my toes and tripped and fell and whacked my nose. All right, and then just lastly, here's where I grabbed my pictures from and my poems from.